Everybody, today I am talking about Snowbreak and really just giving my first impressions about the game. Now, I think just to start off, I feel like the game is really well done, and the only one of the few bad things that I can say about the game is that it does it definitely does not play on mobile like it does on PC. And that is for sure. Right now, I'm just kind of working off of the PC client, and it is just stellar. The character design, the gameplay. I do like a third-person shooter over first-person. I think it's just because I enjoy being able to see the environment a lot better, and then really seeing the character in action, opposed to just kind of seeing hands and shooting. Because you do get to use skills and such, so overall it feels a lot better. The loading is a little bit better on PC as well, and you do have a lot of aspects to the game. So the first thing I'm going to show you is just the interactive portion. So you can go around, you can interact with your employees, you can interact with your characters, you have like a bunch of events you can do. There are things you can pick up as well, and it's like those games where like you have to make a base, and then you can pick up furniture. That does kind of change the environment of like the individual character, because each character does have a room that you can allocate to them as well. So this is super cool. I think it's a nice added little feature to the game, and to be able to move between each of them is really simple. You know, so if you want to go to like so this character, so teleport to Frida's room, you go in, and whatever you decide to pick up will be here, right? So let's say no one seems to be there right now, and that's okay. That's okay, because that happens from time to time. So embarrassing. Anyway, so let's leave, because now we're gonna go on to the next portion, is the leveling system. I think it's very simple. You have different aspects. So this is like your character overview. So your operative, which you can level up. So far it feels like you have more than enough leveling materials. You do have to level up 6 characters because you get into multi-party systems really early in the game. They do have their costumes as well. So for Life here, you get her costume for free, which is like this Interstellar Voyager costume. So this is her regular day-to-day, and that's her Interstellar. Okay. The weapons are pretty nice. I like being able to see like guns again. That sounds weird. And you do get to mod the guns. So let's say I'm gonna train the gun. You add in the mod to level up the damage type. So if I add in another copy of the same gun, it'll go up to electric damage up to 56%. You get to add in parts, which are other mods as well. So these ones, you can see, add more stats. You can upgrade the level and then awaken it and give it more power, etc. And then this is like your general overview. Whenever you get a gun to level 50, you do get a chance of being able to not a chance. You get extra mod from that weapon. So I feel like you have incentive, because these mods, once you unlock them, all the weapons can use them. So like, let's say I want to go with oops, no, I don't want to use that one because I'm gonna forget. But let's say I'm gonna go on to this new submachine gun here. All the parts that have been unlocked can be used here as well. So that is super nice, because you don't have to worry about like getting a bunch of mods for different guns. All these parts for different guns, they can just all apply once you unlock them. So when I go to parameters and I get the level 50 reward, I get this scope here, which is cool. It's sick. And let's go to the character. So you have logistics. Logistics are kind of like your cards that you can add in. You stack in 3 at a time, and then you get an increase in bonuses. Don't mind this because it's just here as a stat boost. You get manifestation. This is where you get your dupes. So when you get dupes, you add them in together. So let's say who's Acacia, I think, is almost at 9, but then I have her over here, and she's already working on her next mod, her next manifestation. right? And then neuronics. Neuronics is skill based. So the interesting thing here is that you just can't. Once you pick one, that's kind of it. So now, let's say I did one by accident. Whoopsie daisies. Let's say in my neuronics, I chose the wrong one. And I can't undo it. In order for me to move on to my next bit, I have to get to a certain level to unlock it, right? So in order to get my 4th neuronic skill tree, I have to get required level 50. And again, it's not that hard. It is capped to your player level, so your character level is capped to your player level for sure, along with other content in the game. Dailies are okay. They're not because for me it's afternoon. This is a great afternoon game. Like, you know, most of my games start in the morning, so I can get everything out of the way and then get into this. And getting all of the achievements. The nice thing is that you do get a pick of 5 stars. So Hush. So some characters go by their first names, some go by their last names, but they all have code names because the 4-star version is a different name than the 5-star version. But Frisia here, or Frisia is added in the CBT. There's only these 4, and Frisia is your 5th. Once you get through 512, so the 5th chapter, you get to pick one of these characters. There's a lot of videos describing on what they all do, which is amazing. Top 2 picks that most people recommended based off the CPT are Winter Solstice, which is Sniper, because Sniper does huge damage, and she has really good steroids that make her do a lot better there. And then Fenny, who has an amazing skill passive, and she also is a shotgun user, so great to have at close range. So that's just like my tidbits. People know way more than I do. I keep clicking on base, and that's my fault, and I am so sorry. You know, I just really want to be here. So graphics wise, leveling characters, character design, all pretty good. I think it's good. I think right now it is like more or less like your waifu collector. So like for all y'all folks who like that kind of thing, I think you'll appreciate this a little extra. I'm a bit of impartial to it. Like, gameplay story is different. The summoning screen is really nice. So they create like a whole design to show off the characters when you get in. And even the weapon selector is really nice. So it's just a really nice summoning background. I don't know how much money they spent on this, but like for a weapon, it looks like a car commercial. It's sick. This is your standard banner, super normal. I will say this for sure. The multiplayer feels super clean. It is so well done. I don't see anybody lagging or jump skipping too much. So it is really nice. They need to work on that back option. You have dispatches. Dispatches are kind of like your tower content somewhat. Some of it is like your tower content. No. Whoopsie daisies. So underground purge. You just kind of go down. You get the achievements. You get treasures. Operations. This is just resource management, so you're getting more of your resources there. I'm crazy, but I swear it was just here, but I guess it's not. Okay, that's fine. The boss fights are pretty cool. So this is like your boss fight that you can pick, and you can just add in like percentages here to make it a lot harder, and then getting you a higher score by the end of it if you can beat it. I haven't tried that one in particular yet. And the main story has been alright. I still got a couple chapters left to go. I stopped at 7 because I've gotten the good gist of the game, and I just really kind of wanted to talk about it at this point. And then personal file is a great way to get character shards, and this is super nice. Character shard farming is always nice to see. So I've already done mine, but it's a great way to continue to manifest your character, and you get for all of your characters, so you can slow build them. I think when it comes to the hard mode, it's actually, you do really feel the difference between the two platforms. I find that playing on hard mode, I'm a lot slower. I'm definitely a lot more cautious when it comes to being on the PC client. I can definitely be a lot faster, and I definitely feel like my skill level is a lot higher. And I say skill level very loosely because I wouldn't say I'm very skilled at video games in general anyway. But we'll go through a couple things. So each character that you have in your slot also comes with some benefits. And being able to get a free Quieter Yao 4-star, she's one of the very few characters, or I think if not the only character that can heal right now. And she's a sniper class too. So when you switch into her, you can see that she's got that zoom, but she also has that like crazy impact, right? She does a lot of damage. And the other thing too, which is really amazing, is that her self buff allows her to shoot infinitely. So I will show you what I mean. So I'm going to use her skill, and you can see that my skill is my ammo is not going down, right? While I still have my thing. And I basically like treat it like a shotgun at this point. So some boss fights, I usually just, if I have a moment to just deal DPS, I'll just straight up switch to Yao, turn on her skill, and just just really pummel them with like a sniper shots at close range, because I know I will miss. And I think that's a great thing to be able to utilize as well. And also feels like a bit of a hacks. Now each character has a special skill, and not every special skill is damage based. So Acacia creates a bubble that slows. You guys kind of saw that. Now Fuchsia, she actually does somewhat of a Kamehameha. So I do I do like it, but it does get rough when you run into shields or if you run into big armors. So she does have to kind of attack when there are neither of those, and that does help with her damage. So I like Acacia and her ability, Acacia's. And even though she's a 4-star, her ability to be able to clear ads is really good, because once you upgrade her daggers, there's more bounce, and the damage is decent enough to take out the smaller ads. Usually when you go through 3, and then you just have to like shoot the bigger guy. But a lot of these farming stages where it's just like some small ads and some bigger ones, it's just, I feel like the speed is quite good. Just gonna go grab the energy again here. And then you can also get her in Onyx, so that way she has unlimited knife throwing when you bring up her bubble. Alright, so I think it goes without saying that I've enjoyed my time with the game so far. I'll probably play it just a little bit longer. I can't pick up too many gadgets, but on the PC client, everything feels really clean. You can kind of see here the character, even the way the shadow is created around the front flapping part of the armor there. It's great. Game looks great, story's alright. The boss battles are super cool. So I think it's worth anybody's time if you want to try, because I haven't played a first person or third person or any person shooter in a very long time, and it was really easy getting back into this. It felt really normal. I feel like Gears of War shotgun folks who are really good at like hugging the wall and knowing how to hop around it, the wall hugging mechanic does feel pretty decent, especially being able to crouch around the lower portions that you can get behind. So my only feedback for wall hugging is too bad there isn't a hip firing option where they could just blind fire over the blind fire around the corner instead of having to full on like pop around and whatever. But otherwise, please, if you've watched it till this point, like and subscribe. I would love to be able to celebrate 1K views or 100K views or 1K subs, whichever one comes first, and be able to do a little bit of a raffle for some Gunpla and celebrate with all y'all. Probably harking on that too many times. Maybe I should stop. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully y'all like the game. Let me know how your polls went. Who did you end up getting? Because I got Frisia as a free 5-star. And I have yet to decide who my next free 5-star is. I know Yao, Winter Solstice, and Fenny are the 2 go-tos because they do such great work for your teams, especially their extra skills. And Winter Solstice is like the strongest damage to pick from. But other than that, thank you so much. Again, sorry, I know I've said a lot, but thank you so much and have a great day.